Be more lift the cup that day. Oh, I've only seen it on TV. Jeff Hurst's goal, that famous commentary. They think it's all over. It is now. That was 1966, wasn't it? The old man smiled, his grey teeth looking 3 sizes too big in his sallow and shrunken head. It was a wonderful time. The orderly pulled his chair closer to the bed. But it was the year after, 1967, that you pulled off your greatest victory. Got your biggest score, wasn't it? Bigger than that bauble Bobby Moore lifted in 66, eh? The man attempted to laugh, but it just deteriorated into a hacking and wheezing cough that brought up a foul, green, viscous substance. The orderly mopped his chin. He then gave him his medicine of 2 fingers of Glenfiddich in a plastic beaker and lit him up a Player's. With the morphine chaser, the orderly doubted that even the ubiquitous Larry had ever been happier. It was now that he struck. But the big question is, where you buried it all those years ago? Buried? The treasure? Where did you bury it? Oh, I buried it where no one would find it. No one. The orderly calmed him down. Sometimes when the dose was too high, the old thief would get excited and he'd go off at a tangent. But he himself would remain calm. His bedside manner was impeccable, and he prided himself on being able to wheedle information out of people. So he waited a few minutes before asking again, softly, softly. Yes, my friend, very good. Now, where did you bury it? The treasure? The old man grinned. His eyes sparkled again, full of mischief. Then they narrowed suspiciously. He looked at the orderly, startled as if he was a stranger. It was clear the fog had lifted, the drugs and booze had quickly worn off. Kevin? You all right, Kevin? No, I'm not Kevin. Where's Kevin? I want to talk to Kevin. That's because Kevin knows, doesn't he? Kevin knows where you buried the treasure. Kevin knows. The orderly shook his head and let out a forlorn sigh and repeated the old man's words, Kevin knows, because he'd heard them many times before. But this was as far as the old thief would go. This was as far as he always went. It seemed that somewhere in that dying head of his was an insurmountable wall that just wouldn't crumble to reveal the vital information only he and Kevin knew, where it was buried. He was like a scratched record, good up to a point, then useless. The orderly was satisfied that this was as much information as he would ever get from him, but it was enough. The rest he'd work out himself. He turned up the level on the morphine release and watched the old man's eyes flutter and close. He then gently lifted his head and went to plump up the pillow as he always did. But this time he picked up the pillow and placed it over his face. It didn't take long. The pillow barely moved. They think it's all over. It is now. But in reality, it was just the beginning. Sunday, 1. Oh, please, call me Shirley. You wouldn't want me to call you Inspector Frost instead of Jack, would you? Depends on the circumstances, Shirley. Now you're talking. I've been guilty of a few crimes of passion in my time. It would have been interesting having you as the arresting officer. You'd have had to catch me, secure me, cuff me, bundle me into the back of your panda car and then give me a hard and thorough interrogation. Sweat me under the lights, as they say. Jack Frost laughed nervously, as had become his habit when talking to his recently installed neighbour. Shirley was of indeterminate age. Frost put her at around the 45 to 55 mark, but doubted he would get a straight answer from her if he ever asked. She was originally from Rotherham, and her accent hadn't shifted a jot in the 20-odd years she'd lived in Denton. She'd moved into Paradise Lodge a month ago, into number 142.